the cows as blood stains the metal of their sword. The wind blows the cries they stay, haunting dreams from day to day, but still they know they must move forward. And the howl of the wolf cries to the moon, run, run away, or it will come for you. Faces haunt their memory. Is this all that meant to be? A beacon of death and despair. You cannot outrun your past. You must live a life to last and search for a day with weather fair. And the howl of the wolf cries to the moon, run, run away before the Witcher comes for you.
Everything's fine. I told you not to panic, so...
Yeah, everything's fine. We totally won the Witcher.
Yeah, that was easier than expected.
Yep.
We even got cookies.
It was great.
Pecan raisin, my favorite. Forest already looks more vibrant.
Ignore the mad woman redoing the Roll20 window, please. But we're all
So
here.
how is it that... No, go ahead.
No, I have nothing to say, Hans.
Okay. How is it that people watch the clip of that last final battle? Is that by going to the Salty Sweet Patreon, or is that by subscribing to the channel? What's it? No.
A secret Patreon.
Secret Patreon.
But we don't.
That's all we need.
It's super
We'll just subscribe to the channel. That makes more sense.
Smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with all of these hilarious ideas.
We're gonna reenact it in a LARP at an event later when cons reopen. So you might, because everything's shut down, so you might have to wait till 2021, 2022. But then you can partake in the LARP reenactment of that final scene.
That epic battle.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
That's good.
So where were
It's less of a battle, more of a bake-off.
I seduced the crone. The end. We all knew it would.
No,
come.
I need to
there's a
seduce
theme to
her
our
because
finale.
then the crone will
True, then
die.
she'll die.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay, so the last thing I heard was someone asking a question.
Yeah. I think the Lady Marigold was asking the crone where she should plant the seed.
Yes.
The seed. Wink.
Is it a wink?
I don't know. Please do something, Hans. Talk. Make me stop talking.
The crone just takes Lady Marigold's hand with the seed in it and just puts it so that it's touching down on the stump. And so Lady Marigold's hand is now resting on the surface of the stump. And she releases her hand. And the seed starts to sprout. And then there's one little root. And then there's another little root. And it just keeps going. And now there's like a large net of roots that's spreading across Lady Marigold's hand and down to the stump and down to the ground. And these little tiny thin white roots are now becoming quite a bit like thicker and darker and stronger. And Lady Marigold's hand is now pinned beneath this very rapidly growing tree.
Great. Cool.
Yeah, I just keep going until you guys interrupt me. So the tree is now growing over Lady Marigold's hand as she's like looking around and catches eyes with Thrin and catches eyes with Lupa, and she can't do anything with her hand.
Can I make a mage magical training check just to see what all's going on here? This is fascinating.
Sure. Let's do that.
As soon as roots start growing and your hand's there, that's
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Are you sure with all of your 7 rerolls?
I don't know. I'd hang on to those.
Down to
We've only
5
got
now.
like an hour.
Down to 5 rerolls.
That's less than me. Who even are you?
Whew. I know, right?
So, what exactly are you hoping to assess here?
Like, I know it's old magic, but
Mhm.
just anything she can, really. This is not taught, but it's not necessarily forbidden magic.
Well, you're hoping to see if you can glean something from this
Yeah.
for personal magic use?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good question.
I mean,
That's a really
rapid
good question.
plant growth acceleration is very intriguing. I mean, this was a seed. Is it because it's a special seed? Is it the magic involved? Like, just, just anything, because it's fascinating. Magic is so intriguing.
Is it necessary
I
for Lady Marigold to stay there?
Yeah, is it necessary for Lady Marigold to stay there?
Okay, so I think the problem is that you're running into a kind of magic that is not the kind of magic that you can do.
Mm-hmm. It's
The
not
closest-
human, it's not elven either, right? No, okay.
Right. And I think the closest that you've ever seen to this kind of magic
Mhm.
is seeing a druid work their invocations.
That's really intriguing then. So, okay.
So,
Too bad we don't
so
have the
it's-
real Lorenz here.
I know. Having seen Lorenz then in action, would I glean that that Lady Marigold has to keep her hand there then, or could she move it to just touch the base of the tree, pull it out from the roots?
Good question. At this point, I don't think you have a choice.
Okay.
I don't think her hand is capable of moving anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's just her hand stuck.
I mean,
Well,
for
the tree
now.
is growing very fast. So this round, it's just her hand stuck. But this
If
does
she
not look like it's
loses
going to...
an arm.
Yeah.
It's only an arm.
You guys
so-
know the thing where you try to grow a plant outside and then the root ball gets too big for the pot and it's just like this giant mass of roots?
Yeah.
That happened in this round.
Mhm.
So next round, this tree is probably going to be a little bit bigger once those roots touch the ground.
Okay.
So, how much of her body is, if we're going to assume the tree is going to
It's
grow
gonna-
into the same size of the
Mhm.
stump, how much of her is in the way of the stump?
You just described, I think, a deduction roll.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wanna.
Yeah,
I wanna
can
do
I
this
make the
too.
same
Yeah, let's do some deduction.
deducing?
Don't we
Deducing.
get
That's so
points
good. I
for
like
being
that.
human? Something.
Do you get points for being human? I think it's...
It's already
charisma,
it's already
seduction, and
built
persuasion
in.
against humans. Yeah, and then you gotta
Nice.
put it in. Oof.
I love how you all know
Right.
exactly what your character sheets do. Okay, so...
Kiana, you're so good
Lupa?
at deducing.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah, I think
fast.
Lupa's expecting the worst out of this, and
Yes.
rightly so, because this is far too fast to be anything that is benign.
Cool.
And I think Thrin is still kind of like detached, just like doing calculations, and it's like, this is probably going to be really bad, but not for Thrin. And
Yeah.
I
I knew
don't know,
that there
isn't-
was risks involved.
right.
If she turns into half a tree, she turns into half a tree.
So what's Maggie's opinion of this? Is
risks
Maggie just
coming
like,
here.
well, I could probably just cut her arm off at the elbow and she'd be fine, or what's Maggie thinking? Out of
That
all
is
this?
exactly what Maggie's thinking. Maggie is
Yeah.
waiting for like a signal from Lupa, but if I don't get one in the next like round, I
Yeah,
think it's
Lupa's
wrong
definitely.
to sit here and
Yeah,
watch
how much
this.
Lupa is
effort is
definitely-
leaning
is
over?
definitely
Is it like
thinking-
elbow, shoulder?
Yeah, next round, how much do you think it's gonna have to take off?
How much is
Right.
in line with the edge of the stump?
Yeah, probably up to the elbow.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, Lupa
Well, that's
is.
fine. She'll
Lupa's,
just lose an
Lupa's
arm.
definitely like already thinking like, gonna have to probably chop something. Not what I was expecting to chop, but
So while this
This
is going on,
lady-
Lady Marigold's eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does she look like she's starting to panic?
Yes, absolutely. She is now officially panicking.
Well, I
She has
mean-
just begun to realize what's happening.
A lot of people panic in this situation. It's
Scylla
normal.
is going to
Normal
go
reaction.
to her side and kneel down and be like, okay, I know this looks like a very bad situation, but I'm going to need you to calm down. Just calm down. We're going to get you out of this. I promise.
While that's going on, here's the really bad news because Scylla got up so close and you're right there with Lady Marigold. You're the
Yep.
one the crone is grinning straight at.
Oh,
And she just like looks at you like wide eyes, like wide mouth. She's just like,
Oh,
like making sure you get it. Yes, she's about to get eaten by this tree. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
I yelled down at the crone. Oi, what the fuck is that?
It's a seed, it's growing. The tree's being reborn.
Ugh. This is
How long do you think that tree took to grow there?
You know, in
1,000 years.
in exactly the opposite way of other characters I play, I don't give a fuck about the tree.
How you didn't negotiate last week.
1,000-year-old tree versus a 30-year-old woman.
She's not young.
I don't know. I'm just making a guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Crones are bad at reading ages. You know, Miracle should be flattered. She's like, oh, 30.
30 years is probably like a week to her. It's like, you know.
So Hans, I'm in a tree.
You're in a tree.
If I jumped from the tree and cut Lady Mirgolt's hand off.
Wouldn't do that.
I'm hearing all the words you're saying. Yes.
Just let her turn into a tree.
No! It's wrong! It's wrong!
Is it though?
Yes!
So you're going to jump out of the tree and you're going to cut off her arm.
Yes.
And I'm listening
In
and
one
agreeing with all
really
of these propositions.
Cool anime fell swoop.
So your question is, what skill does it all at once?
Yes. Or, you know,
Probably-
multiple skills. I love multiple skills.
Okay. If you like multiple skills, I would hate to take that away from you, especially when you have all these rerolls specifically for things like that. I feel like we are looking at...
I don't know why this is so, like, Maggie has such a problem with this.
I don't know
I think
why.
you've got to do an athletics jump out of the tree, which is
Okay.
going to be very easy. And then you've got to just chop her arm off with a weapon of some kind. What weapon are you using?
Probably the new one, because that's the biggest one.
Isn't it a rondo?
Yeah.
That's a little pokey dagger.
Oh, damn it. Wait, which
Yeah,
one?
it's like a thin.
Where
dagger.
is...
It's a good stabby dagger, not a good slicey dagger.
I don't remember what the other ones specifically are. They're all small blades.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't remember. Let me find my Pinterest
Let's see what
board.
falls under. So we've got dagger, stiletto, poignard, jambia. These are all stabby things. I think the problem is all your weapons are for stabbing people.
Right.
You don't have any
So when you
choppy
jump down,
weapons.
you're gonna have to like grab Rosen's sword out of his hand and chop her arm off with that.
Okay. Kind of defeats.
I mean,
the
Rosen's probably
purpose.
not gonna do anything.
Right. If I.
Oh, you
were
want the
to-
momentum?
If I were to jump next to her, do you think I could fuck the tree up and get her hand out?
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Okay. I don't know why I have such a problem with it, and then I just killed Control while he was tied up, but I have a problem with it.
This is fair. This is a valid response. Okay, so you're gonna jump down and just like slash the roots of this tree and yank her hand out of there.
Yep.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
let's do.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
talking to
apologize for
Lindy.
playing the game. Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair. I'll stop
They're turning
acting
into a
like everything's about
tree.
me.
She was okay,
Okay.
with it.
No, bullshit. Nobody's
She wouldn't
okay.
have come out. She
Bullshit.
wouldn't have come out to the woods if she wasn't okay sacrificing herself. for her
Bullshit. This
son.
is horrifying. Bullshit.
I mean,
is
yeah, it's
horrifying.
scary,
That's
but
fair.
she's not. She didn't. She knew this
I
would
will
happen.
ask her before I do it.
Also, it's The Witcher. So.
Why? Why not just rub her? Anyway, so
I-
okay, so you're gonna make
I'm gonna.
a jump down from the
yeah,
tree.
I'm gonna land next to her. That's what I want to do.
What's your athletic space? What's your skill in athletics?
4.
Okay, and what's your dexterity?
My dex is 9. My dex is 9.
You jump down out of the tree. That's
Okay.
fine. Let's not even make
Yay.
that a roll. That's not worth it.
Now, if it was
let's-
me, we'd have problems.
Yeah, your small
4.
blades, you're going to be able to cut through these tree roots. They are tree roots. I want this to happen. There's no reason this is a roll. I think the only thing you have to roll is you have to roll physique to pull her hand out from beneath this tree.
Okay.
You got to yank her free of all this stuff.
Oh no.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Before I do it, so I land. So Sila's on one side of her. I jump and land on the other side of her. Sila can see what I'm about to do. I'm not good at hiding things. But I turn to Lady Mirgold and I just say, "You want out?"
Yes.
Okay. Fuck you, tree.
You just like rip free the roots and you're going to try to pull her hand out.
Yep.
Yes. So let's make that physique roll.
Okay. $15.
Ooh, that's decent. I think that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think you're doing what you want.
Dang, nice.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds here.
At some point, I'd like to make a a roll at some point.
For what?
Yeah, we'll have rolls in just
Kiana.
1 second.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so many
Kiana.
points. Okay.
Kiana.
Yeah. Kiana, what would you
Yes.
like to make a roll for?
So I want to know how bound to deal wording are crones.
Okay.
Because old magic fae bullshit is something that could be leveraged here. So I
You are
just want to
correct.
I want to know how tied to those deals crones are.
That's a Witcher training check for
yeah.
sure, right?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you have an experience against relics? Do you have any like
I do
background
not.
stuff?
No,
Okay. I knew you had a background thing against something. I think it was werewolves.
insectoids
lycanthropy.
and cursed ones, which we have seen none of.
No.
Well, you've seen,
except for-
you've seen some cursed ones. You've seen the
I mean,
Lady
we've
Goat.
seen some cursed ones. Haven't needed to do any
Okay.
rolls on them, but okay.
So I think that if you were a School of the Wolf Witcher and Vesemir had walked back and forth in front of the learning chalkboard and hit it over and over again, I think wording is very, very important to crones and relics, and it's pretty
Okay.
much how they live.
Okay,
So yeah,
I have an idea then.
I'm so happy for you because as this is happening, Maggie, the crone is going to grab your arm now that you've freed Lady Marigold. Actually, I think she's going to roughly grab you by your shoulder like this, not even grabbing your arm,
Yeah.
but just grab your whole
Cool.
shoulder because her hand is massive.
Yep.
And I have a approximation of how good she is at grabbing things, and it is good. So she's rolling to grab you. I know.
This is why dodge is an important skill.
I looked at some sample ideas of what a relic might be, and I was like, wow, those numbers are large. And so now I have an idea.
Wow, those numbers are low.
I guess I'll try to crit it.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, okay. I have rerolls.
If you want to get grabbed, you're already grabbed. Okay. Only one crit against you if you do that. So
Huh?
if she grabs you and that becomes an attack, she will crit against you based on that roll.
I will reroll then. And I will try to get higher, I guess. And get out of here.
Well, it's not a major. It might be because it's 8. Yeah,
It's a
there's
moderate,
varying
I believe.
crits. Yeah.
I'll try again. Ugh, no. Okay.
Maggie, you've been grabbed by a crone.
Yes, I can reduce her crit though with luck, right?
It is true. That might be worth doing because if
Yeah.
you spend so if she has 7 points higher than you,
Yeah.
it is a level 2 type crit.
Okay, so I should just spend my last 3 luck to make it not that, right?
I think that is what we're going for. Let me
Cool,
get my
love
crit
it.
thing here. Yeah, because you don't want that. Okay, no. Yeah, you won't have any critical. I'm sorry, 7 is a simple critical. So that's good. You're not going to break anything in this. You're just going to be
Yay.
beat up a bit.
Yeah, I love
Just
it.
take damage.
Yeah, beat me up, Hans.
I'm in character as a crone. That's the important thing that I will just tell myself right now.
We must clarify here.
You take 23 damage.
Holy
Whatever
fuck.
armor you
Oh, no.
have. Do you have
Right.
any
Yeah.
arm
I
armor?
have, yes.
The crone is just grabbing your arm and just slamming you down on the ground like
Yeah.
King Kong would.
So
Just-
if you have arm
Um,
armor, reduce the damage taken by however much armor you have.
Awesome.
So how much damage is that?
Then it's only 20.
So much.
Oh, there you go.
So much
What's
damage.
35
Okay,
minus 20?
Oh my god.
15?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Maggie, you just
That's
very
right.
suddenly taste dirt as you realize that the crone has thrown you bodily to the ground.
Lupa!
Uh-huh.
Yep.
You just got bodied. Holy shit.
This is
Yeah,
why
sorry.
armor is and a good dodge skill are very important in the Witcher tabletop RPG.
To be fair, it really leans towards witchers and not like criminals who are fighting crones. That's not cool.
That's armor.
So with that, yes, that's a
is
good
the
point, Jason.
damage
I am,
reduced?
technically I grabbed you by the arm and didn't roll a damage location. Do we want me to roll a damage location or shall we assume it's to the arm?
Oh, well, if it's the arm, the damage would be halved.
Yeah.
Correct. So shall we
So-
assume this is damage to the arm?
Which I think makes sense because
arm.
So it would only be 10.
deep round
I'm in
it'd
favor
only be
of
10.
this. I am totally fine with
So
it. It's just 10
25.
damage.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jason.
I think Silas sees this happen and her eyes go wide and she just yells out, Maggie!
I'm so small.
And the crone's eyes are now like wide and like they're kind of doing like looking at separate people things, but she says, that's not what we agreed upon.
And Lupin's gonna step up. I think it's close enough to the word of it.
Close enough.
All that she agreed to was to help the growth of a new tree. Not that it would be a full tree. Not that she would have to be used for it. Just that she would help with new growth.
The crone straightens up and hear like all this like popping and cracking and so forth.
She probably hasn't stood up straight in like a good 4 or 5 like a good 3 centuries at least,
Yeah, maybe she's like 7.5 feet tall, really. Now that she's like really erect at this point. She says, fine, Witcher. We'll consider this deal honored. Go. No more curse for you. Enjoy your life, your tiny, tiny life. Leave the forest. All the other deals are still intact. And the crone like starts doing like a little bit of like a fading back thing and starts
Through the
walking
portal.
backwards towards the gate. Oh. And it just is like a real slow fade out. And so there's this tree that's like grown like imagine mangrove roots where they're just like kind of hanging down, and it's suspended over
and it's made
tree
contact
stump.
with the dirt, right?
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
like it looks
it should
very
continue
sickly
growing.
and brown. Yeah, but it doesn't
Aw.
look good.
Oh.
Like it was really looking forward to doing more, and it's just like very
like
suddenly
it was real
stopped.
excited about it. It's in transplant shock. It's okay.
Yeah, it looks like like somebody took a mangrove seedling or like one of those trees that started growing on the side of another tree, and it's just
Mhm.
kind of like suspended over a stump. So it's very weird.
Okay. Well, we are in the Broccolon forest, so that means there's druids and what's the word I'm looking for?
Dryads?
Dryads about. Dryads could probably fix this.
Yeah, but you have a lot of humans with you.
We do have a lot of humans with us, which means we're not finding a dryad now, but Thrin's just filing that information away for now, or to relay to Lorenz at a later point, because Lorenz should have no problems contacting a dryad.
Yeah. Lupin's helping Maggie up.
Yep, Maggie's
Yeah.
just on the ground.
If
Thanks.
Lupus got Maggie, Thrin will help Lady Miracle then.
Am I able
Okay,
to
so-
get out from this tree, from these roots that have grown around me?
Oh yeah, they oddly enough didn't touch you at all. They're just around your feet.
Thank goodness. Maggie, are you okay?
No! No, I'm not fucking okay!
Nearly dislocated shoulder, Maggie.
She's gonna go over to Maggie and look at her shoulder. Can I roll first aid to try to like relocate her shoulder?
Yeah, I don't think it's even really dislocated because we didn't get any crits there. But she's just super, super tender, and like she's got her arm is basically the color
It's
purple.
like ripped some tendon, like muscle and tendons.
give her a
It's like you just
little-
like you got a wrenched arm.
A little first aid massage, you know?
Come
Yeah.
here.
You know the thing where you get a bruise and just instantly turns purple, like that bright swollen purple? That's where we're at.
I'm gonna re-roll that because I've got the re-rolls.
Oh,
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Come here. Come here.
What's happening?
I'm going to cast a spell.
Ooh.
I don't fumble it. And so you're going to get magical healing.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
You get 9 rounds, which will heal you back up to full with 3 to 3 points per round.
That would be so cool. So keep in mind what it's supposed to do per round.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
28 right now.
This round, yes. So with that, you do start
And
hearing sounds.
And I'll start walking them out of the clearing as we move.
Which is good because you are hearing sounds in the underbrush, especially Lupa being who Lupa is. It does not sound careful. It sounds crashing and just
no.
jarring, dissonant sounds coming from the forest.
Troll.
I definitely said this round a lot. Yes, you're right, Katie.
the troll.
I swear to God.
Rosalind, keep up, please. Gormelin, let's be off.
Crone said she's going to honor all of her other deals.
Should probably go.
The bracken, like, things start tearing through it, and something kind
I'm
of like
sure she's made a lot of
half
deals
shambles
with a lot of people over
Yes,
the years.
and one might stand out, which is a person who looks vaguely like Tempest.
Oh,
Like the
Oh,
same kind of
no.
like too cocksure face, brown hair that's cut kind of short, and right now it's mussy and matted, and there's leaves and dirt in it. The eyes are just wild and white. You can't even see pupils. And they're half limping forward like this. They have a large rip across their chest. Their fingers end in not fingers, but long, like they're not actually claws. It kind of looks like the fingertips are pushing out so that the bones are projecting from their fingers, and they are shambling towards you all.
Hey, we were joking about the zombies being put in here in the green rooms, Hans.
Was I missing that part? Zombies plural or zombies singular?
Scylla looks at the group and is just like,
Also,
Are
I've
we-
never had Kenna call me that before, so I'm doing something wrong.
Silas says, are we going to take care of this or are we running? I need an answer now because
I like
whatever we
running.
do,
I suggest
Mine.
going out of here and perhaps throwing projectiles behind us, but try not to hurt the forest. Brockland's feisty.
Go. And Lupa's going to take the rear closest to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm guessing
yeah,
Gormelin's already moving with the group.
Melon, I mean, yeah, again, so far out of the forest already, not even looking back at any of
How's
you.
Lady Marigold doing?
Injured and shocked and not running well and wearing a dress.
Yeah, I'm helping her because I'm used to running in a dress.
Sila's
Yep,
staying
fair.
beside Lupa because if she wants to get if this thing attacks closer, she wants the satisfaction of getting a hit on Tempest.
I'm in
Very
the
fair.
middle.
Okay. So yes, this beast is shambling forward at all of you. It looks wild, hands raised up like this, like it would like to knock you down and take the heart out of your body.
Hey, at least it's not the troll.
True?
So true.
Lupa pulling
So-
out their silver sword.
I propose we enter a basic combat initiative.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Right. So it's just here. You guys all have a button for it.
Ooh.
Oh,
I crit on that.
was an int
I did
save.
not.
Hold on. Where are you, initiative?
Yeah. Silent
It's the
Lupa,
first-
real good initiative today.
Quick roll
How did I
button.
roll? Oh yeah, that's how I did.
Oh, got it.
It's like,
Got
how
it,
did I
got it.
roll a 0? Wow.
Ooh, Scylla and Maggie have the same.
Yay!
Yeah, but Silent got a crit too.
Yeah,
Did I? Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
you
Yeah.
did.
Do we roll
Yeah.
crit or fumble for that?
I believe we do. I think that's generally how these rolls work.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I got a 28.
Awesome.
20 or 21. Sorry.
11.
17.
I mean, you knew something was going to happen, right? I mean, Lupa was ready.
Lupa's ready for the ship.
So this creature's like shambling out of the undergrowth of the forest, and Lupa's there. What's Lupa going to do?
Silver sword out, hitting this thing hard.
Yeah, let's do that. So this is a strong attack.
Yes, strong strike.
Are you going to declare a hit location?
No, I just want to hit it.
Okay, that's so fair.
Silver. 17. I want to re-roll that. That's so little for what Lupa can do.
So small.
That's small.
Yeah, there we go.
Yay!
Look at that.
That's a
Ooh.
Okay,
29.
29. 29 is real good. Okay, so I've got an attack, and now we need to figure out what this thing's defense is going to be. I guess it's dodge escaping. So with that, boom, and another 6. Okay, 18. So you got 11 over, which means you're on a crit. You're going to get a got everything, attack, weapon, defense. Yes, you've exceeded it. You got a complex critical.
Okay, so I hit it in its torso.
So that's good. So that's standard damage.
Yep. Which is, let me,
And let's hold on one second because you're a step ahead of me in the combat table.
yes.
So we know you're going to have a complex critical. We know you've got your location. And now you roll your damage. And let's see. we're going to say that there is a vulnerability. No, there's not a vulnerability to silver here,
Cool.
but silver's still good.
Oh my god.
Good stuff, good stuff. So tons of damage, which is great. I think you're going to want that. And now you need to roll a complex critical.
Okay.
So let's get our critical table ready here.
Woo!
Okay.
Rolled a 5 on that.
I gotta expand that tab. Find my criticals. We are on the complex critical. What was the roll?
A 5.
5. Worked so well. So it's a fractured arm. So this chop you're gonna do is gonna go through the creature's arm into its body.
Nice.
Super gross. Good job. And now, is there any sort of damage to subtract? There is not. They have no armor. The damage is above 0. We have applied the damage. Things are now taken care of. Okay, we have finished Lupa's combat round with an excellent strike that is almost cleaved through the center of this creature. And the thing that you're noticing is that the chest and the heart are like super exposed at this point. It looks like a really good setup for someone else.
Cool.
And I believe that someone else is Sila.
Yeah, she immediately takes out Heartseeker, and she is going forward to do a fast strike. She's taking dipping around Lupa and trying to stab this thing.
Okay, so you're going to do a fast strike, and do you want to try to do 2 fast strikes? Do you want to call that now? Okay. Are you going to aim either of them?
No, I'm just trying to. I'm like Lupa. I am just going wherever.
Okay, so I'm going to say torso is going to be pretty much directed at this heart if things go good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and torso is only a -1, so that's really good to aim for.
Yeah, so you could roll torso if you wanted to specifically.
Okay. Do I do extra action to do 2 rolls?
No.
No. Okay.
I think you just
Fast
pick
attack is
fast
2
action.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So torso.
You probably do fast attack, torso.
Okay, 2 15s are good. So let's roll 2 dodges. Oh, look at that. Okay, so what do we want to do with that?
Can I want to re-roll that roll.
You want to reroll both of them or just one of them?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So you're going to get 1 for sure. No, wait, you're not going to get either one for sure, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
We're
get
still
them.
short on both. Are you going to do anything about that?
You could
I
use a point of luck on the first attack, first attack, and you could use 2 points. So you could use 3 total, and you could math.
Yeah, I'll use 3 total of my luck, and I'll at least get 2 hits off on him.
Okay, I think that's going to pay off big time. So that's good. We know we're past that. We've got the attack above the defense. We're not going to get any crits. We're going to apply weapon damage, and we know where it's being added to. So let's go ahead and just do damage. This should be good. Look at that. 11 points of damage. Now, I really did want to have a protracted being chased by a dead thing sequence, but I think we've got to hear about how Sila stabs this thing in the heart.
Yeah, she ducks under Lupa's hit into the arm, and she looks at Tempest in the eyes, which there's nothing there, he's a zombie. She's good thing you still have a heart, darling. And she just stabs it right into his heart and just pulls down. And when she pulls Heartseeker out, I think she has the heart still on Heartseeker, because Heartseeker's a twisted world blade. I think she still has at least a big chunk of the heart still on Heartseeker.
Is it more gross or less gross that there's no blood at all? I think it might be more gross.
More gross.
Yeah.
It was definitely an expected
Like
thing,
heart
right? So it's-
jerky.
yeah. The thing just kind of crashes into the underbrush and just face down, no movement whatsoever.
She looks over her shoulder at Lupa and goes, "Good teamwork. We never get to do this. This is really nice."
Lupa gives as much of an approving nod as they ever do, which is saying a lot for Lupa.
So with that, all of the trees start shaking gently.
God damn it!
Hans, stop.
You all can just run. No one said you can't run. You're already running.
We're running!
You're running, right? You're going. The shaking is increasing. No. There is more shaking going on.
Oh, yeah. Sila's running at this.
The trees are rattling now, basically. So let's talk about reputation.
Oh.
Oh, wonderful.
Great.
Grokkalon hates us now.
Oh no!
Specifically, yes. Yes, that's true. That's where I was going with that.
Oh. Love that.
Look
So
at this
much.
place of power, Mo.
So where is my thing? There we go. Reputation. Okay, you all are going to have a reputation.
Yep.
Cool.
This is going to be level 4.
What?
Oh.
Level 4 bad reputation in the Brokilon. The Brokilon is a
Level-
region. It is not
Level
a
4 infamy.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
In the
bad.
Brokilon, the Brokilon Forest hates you.
Great. Cool.
It's the forest directly too. It's not the inhabitants. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
so if you have to treat with things that are in the Brokilon, you will have a negative reputation. You all just tricked like the patron crone of the forest into letting you go.
I did not trick her.
You
just-
actually literally tricked her, but that's okay, right? So Rosend is supporting the Lady Marigold as she's running out of the forest. Gromelin is like, he's actually standing outside of the forest now, just like watching you all come running out at this point. Let's see. So Scylla and Lupa were in the back. So Maggie was in the middle. Thrin, were you the farthest away at that point then?
The farthest from like Thrin and I was with Lady, like right behind Lady Marigold, so I guess
Maybe
yeah.
that's what's happening, is you were running so close to Lady Marigold, and Rosent was very committed to getting her out of the forest. So that all worked out. You are all now out of the forest, which is just shaking and rattling behind you.
Thrin has an expression on her face that probably only Lupa would know of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a good face?
It's
Gonna
not.
roll human perception, Lauren.
Thrin, are you concealing that through grooming and style, or through deceit?
Yeah.
Or
I think through attempt of composure, so it would be a grooming and style check. She just smooth her braid, smooth the dress.
Oh no.
this is where we use all the rerolls on the channel. All at
You
once.
know, I
Take
think
it.
I
No,
think I'm gonna
take
use
it.
a reroll.
Take
You know, I can, okay. For you, Lauren. I'll take the crit fumble.
Thank you.
Oh man, just keeps
So-
going.
Well, it's on a 10 that it keeps going because it's 10 systems.
I guess.
Otherwise,
All
your
right.
crit fumbles would never be as good as your crit successes.
It'll be funny
Fair,
though.
fair. What does
Um,
Thrin's face mean?
Thrin's face, I mean, she ain't happy.
Did she get a little happier if I pout?
No.
It looks so cute.
So cute.
I think
Cute pout.
if like she was to look at at Maggie and think a thought, and that thought was visible in her face, it would be selfish.
I put
How dare you save that
myself
person and interfere with my magical power?
in danger to save a woman's life.
A woman who's prepared to give up that life.
No, she wasn't. She wanted out.
I mean, anyone's gonna freak out, especially a cowardly noble, but the fact that she came through all that way.
Well,
She was
stare
prepared.
back at Thrin and stick my chin out a bit.
It doesn't improve her face at all.
In my mind, all that came across is like one look
Mhm.
that we just like catch all
Uh-huh.
that context to. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
We should probably get the lady home.
Yes.
I would very much appreciate that. Yes.
Pets.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I said thank you.
Did you? Oh, I didn't
I just
hear
said
it.
thank you.
My ear's kind of full of dirt, so.
There's probably still dirt just kicked on the side of her face a little bit.
Could you just say it one more time?
Lady Marigold walks around to your not dirty side of your head and says in your ear, quietly, "Thank you."
All right, you have a lovely night, Imad.
I really don't want to be on a first name basis with you.
Well, you are now. Oh, me alive.
I'm alive, and I'm the mayor of that city.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what time are you all leaving?
That depends on the good captain.
Why the fuck will we go back?
Do you need me to have a word with her?
I'd like to at least have it all cleaned up.
That's a good idea with Nilfgaard.
I think I'll stay out of the city walls.
I could use a drink, actually.
Yeah, why don't you all go in and me and Friend can sit here?
Nipper looks over to Thrin, because they had caught that expression. And it's kind of the tilt head. The ears do the little bit of the dog inquisitive, like...
I think Thrin's too upset to say anything other than, Nilfgaard isn't fond of letting mages go, so I should probably stay out here.
Right.
I can go fetch our things from the Lily White and get a drink.
What about to say?
The Broccolon's very dangerous. Perhaps something happened to me there. In the official report.
Right, we'll go grab our things then and make sure everything's all...
Alright, so outside of the city we leave Maggie and Thrin, and going in we have Lupa, Scylla, Rosant, Gramelin, and Lady Marigold.
I don't know if I want to take Gramelin with me.
Are you positive you don't want to? You want to leave Gramelin with Lupa or with Thrin and Maggie? Is that what we're going for?
Yeah.
He seems kind of like third wheelie at that point.
I think Scylla would just be like, Gramelin can help me get all of our things. I can't carry it all on my own.
I can do that. I am not very physically strong, but I have arms.
That's all we need, just a pair of arms. Come on.
Yep, let's go. And with that, you all head into Dorian. Okay, which shot do we want to take first? Do we want to go Lupa, Lady Marigold, and Rosant, or do we want to go Gramelin and Scylla?
Depends on how much you want to see Lupa talking awkwardly again.
Let's go Gramelin and Scylla for a second, because that'll give a little break there, right? Okay, Scylla, so you pass the city gates, you're walking into town, you hear weird bone-popping noises, and Gramelin is now impersonating Rosant again.
I really hate when you impersonate him. He's too good for you to impersonate.
You don't want to just keep looking like Druid. This is comfortable, right? I mean...
Do you impersonate the Druid only to piss off Lupa?
Mostly, yes.
That makes sense. I really do.
Just recently.
They're going to kill you one day, and I'm going to enjoy watching it.
Look, to be frank, here's the thing I understand about people. When they are openly aggressive towards you, you can gauge their reactions. But if they're being very quiet and sort of subtle about things, it's very hard to tell when things are coming. I've seen how you operate. I know you understand this.
Well, anyway, I need a drink very badly. We can get one at the Lily White, and then we'll get everybody's things and head back toward the gate and get the fuck out of this town.
Yes, thank you for inviting me for a drink. That's wonderful. Let's do that.
I don't know if you'll be invited to go further with us, Gramelin. You do realize that, right?
That's fair. I think that's fair. But let me now use this time where we have a drink to try to ingratiate myself to you.
Love him.
Well.
Scylla just gives him a look. But yeah, she'll go to the Lily White and order a drink.
And Sophia, I think it's Sophia, not Sophie. Sophie Verso.
Sophie,
Okay,
yeah.
so Sophie is very like, oh, it's nice to see you again. So sorry you won't be here longer, where you could play more, attract more business for me. It's very self-oriented and it's very clear to you, but she's saying nice words. And she's poured you a drink.
So, Gramelin, sell yourself, because it's going to take a lot if you want me to sell you to the group.
I mean, honestly, the two of you are the two of us. We're the most natural combination, because you're very good with words. You get yourself into these social situations. Wouldn't it be great to have someone that you didn't really need to have? I mean, again, my motives are very clear. I like to survive. I like to see people be uncomfortable. And then in terms of like what else to expect, I mean, I can go literally anywhere and be anyone. I just prefer to be men, and we could make a little bit of a team. If you need to find information, I'm very good at finding out information. The information that Ahmad credited to Contrald earlier, that was actually all mine. And additionally, I was Contrald at the time. She didn't notice.
Wait. The information about me, you knew?
Yes, correct. Yes. Do you think Contrald could do anything? Contrald's not good at anything at all. Was not good at anything at all.
Not anymore.
How did you know that about me?
I asked the right people, dressed as the right people.
Oh, I don't like you.
No, but the point is that I'm a very flexible tool. I can go anywhere and be anyone.
I really don't like you because you're making sense.
I know, and the worst part is, honestly, I didn't think you and I were going to be the pair that I expected. I thought perhaps Lupa and I would have some sort of affinity, but honestly, I don't really have anything to do with them at all, do I? I'm not going to fight anything.
In what world would you think you and Lupa would get along?
I thought that Lupa, being a trained witcher, would understand how Dopplers work and would expect that to be a useful tool in their endeavors.
You impersonated someone that she holds in very, very high regard in her life.
Yes, I did that to all of you, I think.
You haven't done that to me.
I don't know. I thought you liked that Rosen fellow.
I mean,
he very much likes you, that's clear.
It's a conversation we won't get into right now.
I don't want to talk about all that, you're right.
You impersonated someone that they hold in very, very high regard.
Yes.
And got their hopes up of them being around, only to shatter them. They have no idea if Lorenz is all right or not.
I'm sure Lorenz is fine. Seems like a capable person.
Sorry, my phone's ringing. Sophie, answer the phone! God, I hate it. She looks at him and raises a eyebrow. All right, you've made some good points.
And again, no, go ahead.
I don't think that you're completely unusable. I think that you have a use with us.
You're right. And here's the thing. One of the things I've been testing for the last day or so is just saying whatever thoughts come across my mind and how you all react to them. None of you are very violent, and you all seem like you have a sense of morality, which is excellent, because I was very worried after Maggie just suddenly killed Contrald.
Maggie did punch you.
Yes, I thought that was merited. I pushed very hard.
That's fair. Okay, so we're going to have to work on the just saying what first comes to your mind thing, of course. I
could actually just disguise myself. I am actually quite capable. I've just been trying to see what you're all like. I don't really know you. I only know your reputations, which are fairly bad.
That is very true. You're going to have to travel as someone else. I don't think Lupa can handle you traveling as Lorenz.
Rosent it is, that's fine.
No,
I understand. Yes, I got the idea. I just, again, wanted to read your expression. So, yes, I think I could be any one of these people in this establishment. Do you realize that?
Yeah, could you be just someone generic?
No, but I could be someone specific that's not one of the people you all have a close relationship with.
Just someone you've
I could be a Nilfgaardian if I wanted to. We could travel with the security of having a Nilfgaardian escort.
You're making a lot of points, and it's making it harder for me to...
I know you don't like it. It's terrible. Yes. Unfortunately, this is how I operate. So I do have only myself in mind, but I am interested in allying with you and learning more about your goals.
I think our goals, Carmelin, are just to stay alive at this point, honestly.
Are you planning to return to Redania?
I'm not sure yet.
I think the war is going farther north every day.
I don't know if it's in Maggie and mine's best interest to return to Redania at this point.
There's some things she might learn there that she might want to learn.
Yes, I agree. But after what she did to Controlled, I don't know what our plan is.
Well, no one has to know Controlled is gone.
You bring up another excellent point.
I'll just let you drink your drink in peace, shall I?
Yes. She takes a long drink of it. Yeah, and I think at some point she's going to get him up and they're going to go gather everybody's things and start to head back to the city wall.
I feel like the closing scene... Okay, votes here. Is the closing scene Thrin and Maggie, or is the closing scene Lupin, the captain? What do you all think?
I think it should be Thrin and Maggie.
Okay, cool.
For the drama.
I mean, I just want to know, do we need the drama at the end, or do we need the drama in the middle? Okay, so we're good. So, Lupa, you have appeared. I mean, really, you were kind of going to the Lily White too, because that's where we expect to see the captain.
Yeah.
So, you've been in that back room. So, Captain Ephra is holding court back there, sitting at the little table. Feet very properly put underneath the table, ankles crossed, kind of turned to the side, and you walk in and they say, "Well, Witcher, are you done?"
Curse lifted. Nothing else to worry about with Lady Marigold here.
Are there going to be further problems with this monster?
No.
Are there going to be unexpected lycanthropies raging through the town?
Unless someone decides to go bring about the ire of this forest upon them, no.
That's very specific.
Curses work all different types of ways. That's just a common one with the Brokilon right there.
Well, the Nilfgaardians know how to treat the elves and the people of the forest with at least respect. We don't have to have a different war there.
Then you should have no problem.
All right, well, to be frank, I expected that you would succeed, and so she points over to the side where there's like a little casket. I've already prepared your payment.
They're gonna they look over at the casket. So is it possible for me and my companions to leave the city? We've completed your tasks.
Thank you for asking. I appreciate the fact that you asked instead of just assuming that we were done, but yes, I see no reason why we have to prolong this. Now, I remind you, Witcher, I only command here in Dorian. If you continue to travel across the Empire, there's nothing to say that another Nilfgaardian squad won't take your friend.
That's a risk that's been dealt with over the past several decades since I've known her. We know how to deal with it.
Well, safe travels, Witcher. Good hunting.
And they will respectfully incline their head and then take the casket.
It's heavy. It's like 30 pounds of just coins in a box.
Cool. Yeah, just gonna heft that up and do another respectful nod and head out.
We all know the way that you respect a Witcher is by tossing a coin to them, so that's gone well.
And probably if Scylla and Garmelin are chatting out in the main part of the inn, they just walk up to the table and just
I'll be. Sila like leans up and looks over into the casket. Well, the captain.
Nilfgaardian monies too.
The captain paid well.
And we're free to leave.
Wonderful. We'll get the stuff now. Garmelin, let's go gather everything.
Lupa, it's going to be such a pleasure to continue traveling with you. Let me go assist Sila with all this. Oh, I know. Yes.
She lets Garmelin go first, so she's alone with Lupa. I hate it. I hate it a lot, but I do think that having him travel as control with us if we go to Redania will be a boon in our favor.
So, Redania's our next stop, huh?
I don't like it. I have a lot of history in that area, but I think that's where Maggie will want to go. If she wants answers, that's where she's going to have to go. We can all just get hats. No one will recognize us.
I'm sure that would work. And, like, Lupa just looks at Sila.
Sila's got a shit-eating grin on her face because it's a joke. She knows it's not going to work. It's going to be rough on Maggie. This isn't going to be easy on her whatsoever, delving into her family.
Right. Just, looks down at the casket. Make the Doppler carry that.
Of course. If we pass through Novigrad, I do have a family with a rather large estate that we can stay at. I haven't seen them in years, but I'm sure they would welcome their only daughter back. And her friends.
Will be a nice change of pace from this town.
We just have to watch out for Nilfgaard.
Always have to.
So let's do a little dissolve shot and kind of like go across town and out of the city gates again to over by the farmhouses where we've got Maggie and Thrin. Where are you all now? Are you still just sitting on the road?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe not on, like off, because you don't want to be seen by Nilfgaardians on the road, but like on the side.
Yep. Far enough away from the trees.
Uh-huh. But definitely in view of the trees.
Oh, yes. Maggie's been really quiet, and then...
I think Thrin's pulled out her book.
So,
He's just scratching out some things.
After a while, Maggie says, without looking at Thrin, "Arms sealed up nicely. Thanks."
That's good. If it didn't, that means I'd have to be questioning my magic then.
What you doing?
Oh, just crossing off some things off of my, In Skellige we have this thing called a bucket list.
A what?
A bucket list. It's a list of things you want to do before you kick the bucket.
Ah, right. So did you accomplish something on your bucket list?
Oh no.
So why are you crossing them out? You change your mind?
They're just not nearly as, obtainable now.
Right, but that's why it's a bucket list, right? It's like,
A bucket list is a list of things that are obtainable.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, I guess
yes,
you'd know.
It's not like a list of, I want to go to the moon. Or I want to reach the bottom of the ocean. It's
I mean,
like,
you're magic.
I'd like to. Well, magic only goes so far. It's more of a, I'd like to visit Cadwini. I'd like to go to Redania. I'd like to have a drink at a pub in Rivia. It's a list of things like, for example, it could be, I'd like to taste every flavor of cinnamon in the world, or it's things.
Does cinnamon have different flavors?
It can. There's different types of trees. It's an example.
Right. So what you crossing out, friend?
Oh, just things to do with Broccolon Forest.
Why? It's right there. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but...
How much do you know about the Broccolon Forest, Maggie?
I don't like it.
Okay, but what do you know about the Broccolon Forest?
Don't fuck with it.
That's what is generally known about it. It's a very special forest. It has a bit of a sentience of its own, you could say. It's very historic. There's lots of elven artifacts and places in there, magical spots of intrigue.
Oh, nice.
The water has special properties. There's a lot in the Broccolon. And if the Broccolon doesn't want you there, you don't go in there. It won't allow it.
Friend, you want to say something to me?
Just that I'm disappointed.
In what?
A lot of things, really. But just tonight. The past couple of nights, really. Ever since Nilfgaard got here. It's just not been great.
Yeah, they do put a damper on things. But just to kind of piece all this together, I'm not the smartest, not smart like you or Scylla, but you're disappointed that you can't go traipsing through the Broccolon to learn more about magic because I didn't let a woman have a tree grow through her body.
Magic is chaos. Chaos is unpredictable and strange. She put her affairs in order before she left. She knew death was a possibility. She was prepared. Scared, yes. Most people are scared. Magical training is scary at times, and I don't have the luxury of going to Aretusa or Banard for high-level magical research.
She asked
so
to be
I have to do it on my own.
She asked to be let out.
Did she, though?
Yes. I said, you want out. She said, yes.
She asked to be let out because it was terrifying, and people are often terrified when faced with their own mortality. Do you know how mages build up resistance to Dimeridium?
No.
You torture yourself with it, or if you can't handle that yourself, someone else tortures you with it until you can resist it a certain amount. It's not fun. Breaking curses is not enjoyable and is not fun, and sometimes requires sacrifice. You don't want to be doing it when you're doing it, but it needs to be done.
Right, well, if breaking my curse or Lupa's curse requires either one of us dying, just as a heads up, I won't want to do it.
Understood. You didn't speak up a will beforehand, and you didn't say you were prepared to do anything.
Well, the curse is fucking broken, isn't it?
Hopefully. On a technicality, there are no side effects. There's that.
which are you more... So, you're upset based on principle?
There's multiple levels. Principle is one of them. Also, just... You're still very young, Maggie. When you've lived decades and over a century, you view things with a slightly different perspective. And I still have decades and or centuries to go, hopefully.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of magical places in the world you can explore over that time that aren't Brokilon.
It's just that magic in the world, certain types of magic, is fading. There's not a lot of old magic left. The more Nilfgaard takes over, the more humans expand their cities, the less and less magic and magical creatures and mystical things exist. And I think she just has a bit of a sad look, like almost, like not related to the incident, but just like kind of a sad look, and just writes something else down. I'm not mad, Maggie. I'm just disappointed and hoping that there's no negative ramifications on the rest of the Miragold family for this. It's a generational curse. You try to have these things broken as cleanly as possible. And if that involves a bit of mess, that's one generation of mess, compared to potential implications further down the line.
Well, one generation is enough, if you're that generation.
That's what every generation would say. But what's better, 1 or 5, 6, 7, 8 generations saying that?
Oh, God. Okay. Maggie is an idiot. She clenches her jaw and just quietly, again, without looking at Thrin, you know what? I don't think that's what you're disappointed in. I think it's the first thing you said. I think it's that you can't go expanding your magic in the Bleeding Forest. I mean, if you really want to, why don't you just go, I don't know, suck on a tree root? Maybe they'll let you in then. Looks at the ground.
Takes a deep breath. She knows Maggie's young. Mm-hmm. Very young.
Yep. Stupid.
And she... I just don't think she says anything. I think she just goes, if that's what you think.
Just like red face, not making eye contact.
I get to zoom in here now. I imagine that as we get our final shot,
and Thrin's just looking at
leaving.
that map of the places of power now and studying that.
Yeah. So we got to get the rest of the crew coming down the road And like you can see Gormelin carrying most of everything until Rosen takes half of it from him. And then like the two of them are carrying things mostly now. Lupa's there, Sila's there, and what is the posture of Thrin and Maggie when they come upon them?
I think by this point Thrin's composed herself. And so she just, but like a little too well. Like usually Thrin's pretty relaxed. I think she's got the sorceress formality up right now. The calm, composed, can't read type just face.
Everything's on my face. It's all on my face. And I'm just sitting
Is it like
this.
red blotchy or is it just red?
It's like red blotchy.
I know that feeling.
Like
Okay.
hunched over. Like knees like apart.
And Thrin's just sitting up very straight.
Do we have any words or do we want to leave on this scene?
I think Thrin will just look over as they come up and go, so where are we headed off to next?
This is where you insert the musical track of Katie's beautiful singing, and we just like kind of zoom up into the clouds, and you can see in the distance there's people marching down the roads, and there's fires here and there off in the distance, and like gentle curls of smoke, and things aren't at peace, but they're not actively threatening our band of adventurers as they think about what they're doing next.
That was the season 1 finale. The Witcher Cooks of the Mash. Oh
Yay!
boy! Oh, that was very good. We're all good as players. Characters might not be so great, but yeah, we're all cool. We're all cool. Yeah. I guess we should do our normal closing.
Let's do some outros!
So this is, tell us who you are, where we can find you, maybe even your favorite part of today or the season or whatever, just because that's all that fun stuff. So let's go first to our GM, Hans.
Oh, I have to go first? Dang.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What can I say? So I'm Hans. I'm going to be doing Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. EST. I'm going to be doing Shards of Cerberus over on the Scraticus Academy. I'm running that one now, so there will be all sorts of ice shenanigans this week. And we'll see if Saturday I should be doing some design chat. And yeah, let's talk about this show. So I made a dumb Twitter response to Kiana and Lauren talking about the Witcher game, and it turned into us playing a game together, and it's been very rewarding, and I appreciate everybody putting up with all of my nonsense every week. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's also fun when you get people where they engage with the game on like different levels, and we get to talk about it. And I just want to point out that Kiana, Katie, Lindy, Lauren are all very skillful players, and they do such a good job both like learning the rules and taking and getting the things they want, but also just playing with their hearts and just like doing what they feel like. And I mean, those are two really tough things, and I love it. And I don't have any not favorite parts, so I'm going to stop now.
Our token man.
I am a token. I get to be the token man, but I guess during the summer break, you just won't have me doing that. Somebody else is going to have to take over.
We have a token man
who will step up
on each stream, basically.
as long as they all put it in their Twitter bios, that's all I want.
Yeah. That's a Hans exclusive.
Hans is the OG
Well, thank
token
you.
man.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
Let's go to KT.
Hey,
I have absolutely loved this campaign so much. Oh my goodness. I look forward to this every Sunday. Like, not much can get me out of bed early morning Sundays. This game, yes, I look forward to it so much. I'm like Hans. I've loved every minute of it. I don't have a favorite moment, but I would like to remind everyone of that one random time that Sila wrestled a werewolf and critted on it. I would just like to remind everyone of that moment. Yes. That was a great moment. But no, I've really enjoyed every moment of this campaign, and I can't wait for more. I'm Katie. You can find me on the internet at KatieFace. I'm play games on Off the Table. It's off_the_table on Twitter and Twitch. I play games there through the week. Next time you can see me will be on Tuesday, I think. I don't know if we're bringing back a Last with the Awful Sea or if me and Summer are playing one of our Tuesdays games. But regardless, I'll be back sometime next week playing games over there. But yeah, this game has been so rewarding, and I've loved every single one of you and your characters and all of your NPCs, Hans, and all your sassiness. I've loved every bit of it.
Excellent. And Lindy.
That's me. Whew. Some tough feels at the end there between Thrin and Maggie. Woof. Need some recovery time after that, but it was so good. So good. Yeah, I love this campaign. It was super duper fun. I can't wait for more, because that'd be awesome. I feel like all of our characters have had some interesting personal developments throughout this whole season, just in different ways, and I've really enjoyed it to see how everyone's kind of grown, or at least progressed or shifted and changed. It's so much fun. I think my favorite part from today's episode was Gramelin talking with Scylla at the end, and Scylla being like, I hate that all of this makes a lot of sense, and he's like, yeah, I know, it's fine. I really enjoy Gramelin as a character in just a completely different way than I really enjoy Rosent, and I'm really excited to be traveling with both of them. Highlights from the whole season, just everything. Can I just say everything? Our pitiful attempts at subterfuge and breaking and entering, I think, were my absolute favorites. But yeah, you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I play and GM a lot of tabletop RPGs. If you like D&D, you should follow Mondays and Tuesdays on my channel, where we're nearing the end of Season 1 of Mondays in Exandria. Kind of like a campaign. We'll be starting a new one soon with the same characters, but with a time gap and stuff, so you can pop on in having not watched any of the previous one, and it'll still be a lot of fun. And then Spooky Ravenloft stuff on Tuesdays. If you like Witcher, check out Witcher Wednesdays and Tales from the Grim, where I play a very much not nice doctor. It's basically opposite of Thrin, morally speaking, but really good at healing. And on Saturdays, I've just started a pirate campaign on Wandering DM, which is super fun. And I play the sweetest, most naive pirate who's really good at murder, and I love it. Just like I love you guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Key, what about us? Who are we? What are we doing?
Personal stuff. I'm Kiana. I'm the sweet of this channel. I loved this campaign. I love this season. Lauren and I were just joking about doing queer ass witchers on Twitter, and it became into this. I loved all of the relationships that we saw between player characters and NPCs and all that stuff. I mean, I joke that we're the disaster queer version of The Witcher, but really we are, and yet we're also still competent at what we do. I mean, it took us a whole season to leave a fucking town, but I mean, all the things that happened there. Yeah, it was so much fun. It was really great seeing all of the people in chat every Sunday morning who come in to bring in some chaos and stuff like that. Yeah, really good. Really excited for next season. But I'm always just here on this channel. When I'm not here, just go check me out on Twitter. You can see all my other projects and stream them over there. But what about you, Lauren?
Me? Oh god, it's such a toss-up between having to interact with Connie and then killing Connie. Those were both excellent moments. Excellent moments. I also liked when I chloroformed Cinna. That was fun.
That was good.
And that's a highlight every time you chloroform.
Yes!
Yeah.
Personal campaign highlight. Just think of the Community episode where that happens, and that's how I do. But personal stuff, you can find me on Twitter at thatsaltyginger. When I'm not here on the weekends, you can find me on Nomadics channel on Tuesday for Tales from the Loop, on the Scraticus Academy Thursdays where I run Urban Shadows. I think we've got like 4 sessions left of that. And then every other Friday on Off the Table for Cypher System. And then stuff in the future. I'm going to be part of Scarathon, which I think is next weekend. We're I'm going to be in the finale with some friends. Can't wait. And yes.
Yeah. So let's close out.
Me.
Let's close out with some channel stuff.
Yes.
First of all, love to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. First of all, Roll20, our virtual tabletop.
Sponsors.
They are amazing. We are part of their Spotlight program, which highlights a whole bunch of indie TTRPG creators who do video, media, streams, all that stuff. So please go check out Roll20, give them some love and support, especially with all of the API and server issues that happen because so many people are using the service. And you should be using it too. It's really great. They're really awesome people supporting channels like us. As well, love to give another shout out to Dice Envy. They are our Click-Clacks, our physical dice, our Chunky Boy sponsor. We are part of their affiliate program, so you can use the code SALTYSWEET, all caps, one word, to get 10% off of your purchase. So a great time to get some pretty new dice, whether it's acrylic, metal, or wood. And of course, we love to give a shout out to our other sponsor, Altosorian Games. They help sponsor our giveaway with each episode. They help support the channel. They are also the creators of the Witcher TTRPG. So please go check them out and all the other awesome games they make. A lot of them have been on sale or otherwise reduced in price over the course of COVID. So they're amazing people helping bring entertainment to y'all. Of course, if you ever miss an episode or want to catch up on one or rewatch all of season 1, go to our
Watch
YouTube
party.
channel. Yeah, you can subscribe to us over there. We're super close to fucking custom URL. Please help me.
Help.
We're so close. So that's essentially a way to keep up with our awesome content. Speaking of that, make sure to follow us on Twitter. That's when we announce when we go live or any impromptu one-shots or video game streams we feel like doing. We've been playing Resident Evil 2 recently. We just got started, so definitely keep up with us there. Other than that, thank you everyone who had donated, who has subbed, followed, all of that stuff. Again, all of the money goes directly towards the channel to support it. Make sure we keep the lights on, and of course to soon enough regularly pay our cast members for their time and their amazing talents that they bring here to the channel, because they deserve that compensation. In terms of things that are coming up, we have tomorrow, we have Strange Invasion, a regular D&D series, Weird Science, Fantasy, great stuff over there. We're just getting started, so it's a great place to pick up. On Saturday, we have 2 things going on. We've got a regular Masks campaign, of Nihilastic campaign, which is a Pokesulu series, and stream exclusive first before I announce it on Twitter. We are doing a special one-shot for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I am running a cyberpunk one-shot where we get to take back the cultural appropriation of cyberpunk genre and make it Asian American as fuck. So I'm super excited for that. Make sure to check out the announcement for that soon enough. There'll be giveaways and all that fun stuff there too. In terms of the Crimson Ash, we'll be back for season 2. We're going to take a break for a bit, kind of figure out times and all that stuff because mornings are difficult.
I just need like a few weeks to sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks.
we'll be back in a few weeks with season 2. We'll announce when we're going to do that. We might have a bit of a time day shift depending on how schedules work, but we're excited to be bringing this back because we love the show, we love these people, and we love y'all for hanging out with us and joining us for each episode of The Witcher Crimson Ash. I think that's it. We're going to go raid some friends. Make sure to stick around in chat. If you have the hype emote, make sure to spam that when we go raid. Otherwise, just spam some hearts to show some love from us at Salty Sweet Games. We'll play that intro video one more time before we head over. So thank you so much, everyone. We love y'all, and we'll see everyone soon enough.
Wave bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.